Hi, everybody. It's Jeanette. Please don't forget to subscribe. So, today I want to talk to you about what you should do or what to do when the demands on your life are so great. They're overwhelming. My little notes, as usual. And I don't know if it's happening to you or if it's happened to you in the past where you felt that everything that was going on in your life was just like so huge and so overwhelming to you. And it may have actually been huge and overwhelming, for anybody. They say that there are some things that are more overwhelming to people, more stressful to people. Things like moving, a new job, a death, a divorce, you know, bills, of course. There's probably a longer list than that of things that are very overwhelming to people and stressful to people that can cause them to feel as if they are not moving forward. And it's difficult when you feel like you're stuck in quicksand and you're just sinking slowly and you can feel yourself sinking and you're like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Now, I'm not a therapist, a psychologist, a social worker, or anything like that. I'm just going to speak to you about my own personal experiences or current experience with what's going on with my life right now, okay? So, I have a lot of things going on, maybe like you do. There's a lot of things going on. COVID is happening, and so that changes the way we do business, obviously. Um, I've had a lot of changes in my personal life that were huge. I am moving in a couple of months. It'll be my birthday in a couple of months, next month actually. Um, I'm trying to organize my finances as such so that I can qualify for a home purchase. And I'm so close. It's like I could taste it. People have, requests of me, and sometimes it can be overwhelming when my time is spread so thin. I have new certifications that are due here shortly that I started them yesterday, and me and Tess, we're not fans of each other. And so I've been feeling like, everything's out of control. And I know what to do for myself when I feel that way. Some people don't know what to do for themselves, but I know that for me, there's certain things that I have to do. And these are the three things that I do um, to help me when I'm in that situation where I feel so overwhelmed and everything just feels like it's out of control and there's not enough time and I'm exhausted and I have a shorter temper than what I normally have. And I'm kind of pissed off and angry a lot of the time because it's like I'm trying to do things here, people. Why are you not cooperating with me? We can't blame Mercury retrograde because Mercury's direct now. So can't blame that. So here's the first thing that I do when I'm feeling that, and this is what I did all of last, like the past 2 weeks. I've been really working on this diligently because I know in order for me to move forward, I need to do this. So the first thing that I do is I pull back. I pull back from everybody that I know, everybody that I care about, everybody that I interact with. Um, my social media, my everything. I just pull back and I really just want to be alone so that I can think and I can marinate in my problems or my situations so that maybe I can come up with solutions, right? So I pull back so that I can feel my feelings. I can really understand why I'm feeling the way I feel and figure out, is it me or is it everybody else, or am I just, is there too much on my plate what is going on, with me. And in order for me to do that, I can't have the interaction of other people giving me their opinion or their advice. I don't want your opinion. I don't want your advice. I just want to sit here with myself and figure this out. So that may be something that you need to do first. It's kind of pull back and withdraw from everybody so that you can take the time to think. And during that time, I do a lot of journaling, I do a lot of writing to kind of, it's like a brain dump, it's a heart dump, it's a feelings dump. My emotions go down on paper and I get them out, whether they're happy, angry, sad, and I just let it all come out on paper because that way I can examine what's going on with me. And that really, really, really works for me doing those journalings where I get things out. So that might be the first thing that you need to do is kind of pull back from everybody. And if you can't pull back from everybody because you have a spouse, or you have children, or you have interactions in your family, carve out some time in your day where you can just sit with yourself and your thoughts and you can journal or talk into your microphone on your recorder on your telephone to kind of get out your feelings without intruding on anybody else. You can do this in your car if the only place that you can find peace and quiet is in your car. Before you get home, pull over somewhere for 10 minutes and just do a verbal dump of what you're actually feeling. And that can be the time where you pull back from everybody, and that's just like your sacred time with yourself. Okay. The second thing that I do is once I've done that, that brain dump, that emotions dump, that heart dump, I've gotten everything out where I am totally spent, where I've got nothing else to say, which is an unusual day. If I've got nothing to say, I know that I've gotten it all out. Everything that I have inside of me related to the demands on my life are all out and on paper. For me, paper works. I have used the microphone, on my telephone sometimes when I'm driving. It, at times, that was the only break that I had from other people. And so that's the time that I would use. But the method that I prefer is to journal and just make sure nobody sees it because their feelings might get hurt. All right, so I assess the situation. So you can kind of look at that whole picture of everything that you've just dumped out, and you can figure out where these sore spots are in your life. What are those areas that are really frustrating you? What are those areas that are bringing you an intense amount of stress? And you can determine where all of that fits in your life. Is this something that I need to have in my life or not, this particular stress? And that, when you assess, it could be people, it could be situations, it could be bills, it could be anything. It could be the demands that you place on yourself because you're like a crazy person like me, where you put so much on your plate because you think that you can do so many things in 24 hours. You forget you have to eat, sleep, do your chores, things like that. And so sometimes you may tend to put too much on your plate because you're a helpful person and you want to help other people, but you're really hurting yourself at the same time. So think about that, assess that situation. The third thing that you would have to do, when the demands of life are so great, is at that point that you've assessed, you're going to have to eliminate some things. And that's a difficult thing to do in and of itself. However, in your assessment, you have determined that there's some things that just have to go. It might be some friendships that have to go because they're not beneficial to you and to your growth. Or maybe there are some projects that you have on your list of things that you want to do that just make no sense right now, and you may have to put them on the back burner and address them at another time. And I'm going to give you just my situation so that you can see and maybe you can apply this to your life. So, and this is my business life, okay? In my business life, you know that I have my health insurance license, and that is a whole lot of crazy. That is a whole lot of exams. That is a whole lot of certifications. That is a whole lot of deadlines, a whole lot of learning. You never stop learning. You never stop getting certifications. You never have like a moment where you don't have to learn a new product or a new system or get some kind of a certificate so that you can provide something to your clients. So I'm being trained by somebody. My mentor is a fantastic person, and my mentor is way smarter than what I am. Okay, I never claim to be smart. I just try really, really hard. Okay, it takes me longer to get from point A to point B, but I will get there. All right. But my mentor is one of those people who is a great multitasker. He has the ability to do and learn so many things at one time. That's not me. That's not how I learn. I learn sequentially. I need to focus on one thing and have it completely understood before I can move on to the next thing. So, needless to say, in my, we'll call it my book of business, I have lots of offerings that I can provide to clients, different carriers for health insurance, for vision, for dental, for life insurance, term life insurance, whatever, short term insurance, long term insurance, all these things. And you have to know all of them. It was becoming just so stressful to me that I was actually having anxiety attacks over this stress. And finally, when I started this process where I pulled back to find out what the heck was going on with me, what was my problem. And then when I assessed the situation, I found that I had way too much on my plate. Just way too much. Just it was not helpful to me or manageable to me, and it was causing me undue stress. So what I decided to do was I decided to eliminate some carriers. Okay, so I eliminated two carriers that, yeah, I looked at all of my carriers and I said, well, who's bringing me value? Who's bringing my client the best value? Like, where will my client get the best bang for their buck? And I looked at all of that and I decided that I needed to eliminate some of them. And so I took like one carrier, I told them I was no longer going to offer their product to my clients. That was that. I just cut them off entirely. The other one, what I did was I took it off of my website. I took it all of my social media and I just put it to rest on the site because I don't find that it is a good enough product for my clients. All right. I haven't found anybody that was interested in that product. The first product, even though people were interested, they always had buyer's remorse and they would give it up after a couple of months. Excuse me. So I gave up those two and I decided to concentrate on those areas that are going to be super important for me in this upcoming open enrollment period. Okay. So there's several open enrollment periods for healthcare that I'm working now to get ready for then. Okay, so I have an open enrollment that starts on October 15th of this year, and it extends through December 7th of the year. And then I have another one that starts November 1st of this year and extends to December 15th of the year. And then there's another one that picks up in January of next year, from January to March, but that's 2021. So I'm not even worried about that. My two areas of focus are going to be these two open enrollment periods that start here shortly. So, like Medicare open enrollment, Medicare Advantage starts October 15, 2020. So I want to be ready for that. I'm working on my certification, which I have it already, but you have to renew it annually. So it's time for me to renew, because those products go into effect in 2021. So I have to be ready for that. So that is my number one priority. Everything else just has to be off the list. My number two priority is making sure that I am in the ACA, which is the Affordable Care Act, in their marketplace, which I am. I am a licensed insurance agent for that. But again, the open enrollment period starts November 1st, and so I have to recertify in October so that I can continue to have my status with that. So I was like, okay, everything else is going on the wayside, and I'm going to focus my time on getting those certifications. And then I'm also going to focus my time on um, offering the services that I can offer to my clients right now. Like I can offer them dental, vision, short-term medical, long-term medical, term life insurance in general. I don't want to focus on the life insurance portions. I do want to focus on if there's any sales to be made, I will focus on the easiest thing for me at the moment, which is dental, vision, short-term medical, and long-term, usually it's short-term medical. But those things, while I study for my AHIP certification, which is of supreme importance to me, because on top of that, life is crazy. I'm also moving. So, it's a matter of packing, of finding this new place, of moving, setting up shop there, and getting all of that taken care of. So it's an extremely stressful time for me, and it may be one for you because with COVID-19, everything is different from cleaning to selling to moving to vacations to free time to work time. Everything is completely different and it can take a toll on a person. We just need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and, the people that are closest to us, as well as making sure that we're maintaining those things that we have to maintain in order to keep the income coming in and keep a roof over our head. So, with all of that being said, I want you to know that I will not be posting videos again on this channel until I am settled in my new location. Just because I have to take some things off of my plate, and this is one of those things that I need to take off of my plate so that I can concentrate on those things that are of supreme importance to me. All right? It's not that you're not important to me, that my channel is not important to me. My channel is very important to me, but I have to make sure that I am maintaining all of my balls in the air. It's like I'm juggling. And sometimes this is what we have to do. And the first tip that I told you was to pull back. So this is one of the areas where I need to pull back on. Okay, so let's go over the 3 steps. All right, what to do when the demands on your life are so great. Number one, pull back. Number two, assess. Number three, eliminate. Now, of course, once everything goes back to a new normal, you can start adding things back into your life. Like I will add things back into my life once everything has calmed down and I feel a little bit more relaxed and in control of the situation. For now, some things will have to be put up on the shelf, and this channel is one of them. But I will be back in September. There's a song, See You in September, right? It was either the Beach Boys or the Four Seasons. You can look it up on Google. I'm sure it's on here on YouTube somewhere. See you in September. Um, have a great rest of the summer. Today is July 24th. I will probably be coming back to you on or about September 20th, more or less, around there, where I can share with you an update of what has happened from now until then. I imagine a lot of things will happen in my life as well as a lot of things will happen in your life, but own your greatness. Do whatever you have to do. There are plenty of videos here that can help you with all kinds of situations. I did turn off the comments on the channel only because, as I said, I need to pull back. I've assessed and I'm eliminating for the moment so that I can concentrate on the certifications that I need to get in order to, continue to make money and keep the lights on. All right. Thanks so much. Take care of yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe. There's a button around here somewhere. Share, tell your friends, and I will see you in September. Bye.